Thank you. Thank you. Y'all know something? My feet hurt. These shoes is killing me.
Oh, man.
And I got to have 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna leave these guys on stage for about just a couple of minutes, really. Now you all got your iPhones. I want you to pull them out if they show off, because I need some evidence. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, what's that?
Snapchat.
Snapchat, yeah. Here it come to me. Where are the young ladies that interviewed us tonight? Where are they?
Right here. Back here.
Up in the back there? I can't remember your name, sweetheart, but a round of applause. These young ladies did a wonderful interview on us today. There they are.
Okay, well, good evening. My name is Krystal George. I'm a mass communications major from South Carolina, and I'm a minor in psychology. I'm a junior here at Claflin University.
Good evening. My name is Tammy White. I'm a junior mass communications major with a concentration in public relations and a minor in business and marketing. And it's quite a pleasure to see you all tonight. And can you all tell me who you are?
I'm Gerald Alston.
I'm Troy May.
I'm Dave Tyson.
I'm Dwight Fields.
Together, we're the Manhattans.
Do you think music has evolved over the years, either positively or negatively?
Yes, it has, and a lot of ways, more positive than negative, but the way that I started out in the music is more or less of a change. I wouldn't say negative, it's more or less of a change from what we're used to. So it's making us or groups of our era come out of our comfort zone.
Also, like, now there aren't many successful, like, male groups we see mainstream. So could you tell us, like, what, like, during you all's time, what was, like, your motivation? How did you all, like, remain the Manhattans for, like, over half a century?
It's because, first of all, we loved what we're doing, and the songs that we wrote. And back then, we sang about life. We sang songs about life that people can identify with, what they were going through with, what we may have been going through. And the best part is that it was identifiable, number one. Number two, it was easy for them to sing it. You know, we melodies, all of our melodies, you could sing with us, you know. And that made a difference. And plus, we all wanted the same goal. We were trying to go the same direction. Sometimes we had our different ways we wanted to go, but we still did what was best for the group. And I think I noted that had a lot to do with and being humble. You know, today it seems like it's for the instant gratification. You know, I want to make some money. You know, we all want to make money, but to us it was more about the art than anything else.
Well, what were your thoughts on the University of Missouri attack on black students?
You know, since I don't want to go back that far, but it seems as though things have gone back to the 50s and the 60s. You know, that we have to prove who we are, you know, be careful what we say, you know, and the best example was when President Obama won president the first time. It was like we're taking over, you know, and it's just something that hard to believe, hard to live with. But we have to, as a people, have to just continue to move forward, keep God first in our lives. You know, we can't stoop to their level, to the people that are doing this. You know, every cop is not a bad cop. You know, but you have to rise to the occasion. You have to just keep your focus forward. You know.
It's sad that in this day and age, that mentality is still around. I mean, this is coming up on 2016, and that mentality is still there. And I imagine it's going to be there even longer. But just like Gerald said, we have to evolve. We have to move forward. We have to make them come up to us. We can't always feed into it.
The unity together and continue to get stronger with one another to, to really that we can do something about it in the future, because, it keep happening over and over and over again. And I believe that if we just come together stronger in unity as a people, not as a race, but as a people, I believe that, we really, really can turn this thing around, because it's like, it's happening, and you're just putting it in our face that, this is happening, that this is what we're gonna do. And I don't think it's right, I know it's not right, and society knows it's not right, but we just have to stay together in unity and just be strong.
Let's just kiss and say goodbye.
The songs that I'm familiar with is Kiss and Say Goodbye and Shining Star. What were you all's motivation during that time?
Kiss and Say Goodbye was written by the late Blue Lovett, and it was a song that actually he had a dream about. I remember the morning he called me. We were getting ready to have rehearsal, and he said, "Come over a little early. I want you to hear this song that I had a dream about." And I woke up and I played it. And I remember the first thing he played was, "It's gonna hurt me, I can't lie. Maybe you meet another guy." And then he just taught me that line first. And then we went into the verses. He started putting the verse together. And the song was so true. He never answered the question. Everybody asked him, "Did you experience this?" He would never tell a story. But it was a song that was true to what happens in life. Sometimes people fall in love, and it shouldn't be, because they both have somebody else, and that's what that song was about. But it all came down in the wash that they had to go back to the ones that they were really with, and so they had to kiss and say goodbye. But he never told the story, so I can't. I can only tell you my interpretation of it.
I do know a lot of artists at that time, and I wasn't around anyway, but I do know a lot of artists at that time, like Gerald said, they spoke from real life. This is what they 9 times out of 10 experienced. And they would go right to the keyboard with that pain and the pencil and the paper and write it down, and chances are it usually became a hit. It was so real, and that's what sold it.
And I think that's the key to our legacy. And this is going on our 54th year as the Manhattans. The name and the group is because the songs that we sing, that we wrote, is all about life, And we are the group. The Manhattans is the kind of group that's family orientated. We sing for everybody. You could come to from kids up can come to our show, and we try to give it to them all, but we just a family orientated group, and we try to tell stories that people continue to identify with, can relate to, and that we relate to, because that's how we're able to sing them, because we can relate to those songs. And a lot of groups of the era, we all did the same thing. And the biggest part of that was that, which nowadays is not that many stand-up groups, but you could tell the difference in the vocals. You could hear a song and say, "Oh, that's the Dramatics," or "That's the Temptations," "That's the Manhattans," "That's the Dells," "That's the Delphonics." And a lot of artists today, you have to, if you don't wait that end of the hour on radio to hear them say who was singing the song, you may not know. We always been able to be identified by our sound. Our songs are bigger than the group.
Now, what is some advice you would give to newly formed artists in this generation?
My advice to them is to, know the business, be true to their art, sing true songs they believe in, songs that are real, A lot of, and just let me reiterate something. Songs today, a lot of songs today, it's slowly coming back around, but songs today are recorded by some of our artists will never be heard again. Now, you hear songs that you hear from us tonight, some of these songs are 35 and 40 years old and sound just as good now as they did back then. So you want to be true to yourself, you know, get an education, learn how to read music, learn the business of music, keep God first.
I would say, to add to that, I often say there's a difference between a tune and a song. What you're hearing nowadays is a lot of tunes. And just like Gerald said, a tune will last as long as people dancing to it. When that tune changes, another tune comes on, you forget about that one. That one's gone. But a song is going to last forever because it's real. It's coming from here. And let me say this also. I hear a lot of singers, you know, doing a whole lot of vocal dynamics, which is nice, but there's no real soul behind it. This is soul music. This ain't vocal dynamic music. Soul music. These cats sang soul music. There's a difference between the two, you know what I mean? So don't be so much concerned about new artists. Don't so concerned about the vocal dynamics. Come from here. And you'll find you won't need all that vocal dynamics. And you'll come across stronger, a lot stronger.
Sometimes you don't have to really talk about what you have on your mind. And a lot of times it comes through your music. And that's where the message is. Sometimes you put the message in your music and everybody will understand it. Because that's where the love comes from.
Well, keep it, they said keep it good, write good songs, and keep it clean. You know, because this next generation coming up, they needs that, you know. And, you know, I just, you know, basically think that that's what they need, just keep it clean and write good songs and tell good stories. Because, you know, it's great stories to be told, you know, in music, and it always will be. And that's basically.
One more thing I'd like to say. This year, last December, we lost the 3 remaining members, original members of the group. And I'm the only member, one of the original members still exists that's alive today. But we made a promise, the 4 of us, that we will keep the legacy going. And in order to keep that legacy going, we have to continue what we've been doing. Stay humble. Keep singing the type of songs that we sing. You know, keep God first. And most of all, be humble to our fans. We are not doing our fans a favor by singing for them. They're doing us a favor by coming to see us perform. And we got to always remember that.
Thank you so much. We enjoyed having you here at Claflin University. You all really, like, for me, it's like a traditional feel. And I'm really, like, excited to have you all here. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And the best of everything for both of you.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And once again, I'm Tammy White,
And I'm Krystal George.
and it was an honor interviewing you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.